Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Buddy Matthews is still absent from television, but that doesn't mean he's just sitting around. The Hounds of Hell member recently posted a montage of himself and his wife, WWE's Rhea Ripley, working out, and they're both looking ripped. Matthews has been out of action since suffering an injury in his failed challenge for the Continental Championship at Grand Slam, Australia. He's been enjoying his life at home throughout his recovery, as evidenced by his frequent updates on social media, which often include Rhea Ripley. The Eradicator has been dealing with her own setbacks in WWE, but she and Buddy Matthews are working through them by pumping iron together. The two teamed up to show off their weight training techniques and their sculpted bodies in a new Instagram reel. Check it out below. Flexed biceps emoji, sun emoji, Sunday fun day arm day, flexed biceps emoji, sun emoji, living the dream working out, flexed biceps emoji, with my smoke show, fire emoji, of a wife, bride with veil emoji, wearing a bikini, bikini emoji, by the pool with the kids swimming in a mansion, house emoji, life's good, sneering face emoji, Buddy wrote. Buddy Matthews sends supportive message following Rhea Ripley's WrestleMania 41 loss. Rhea Ripley suffered a tough loss at WrestleMania 41. She and Bianca Belair both fell against WWE Women's World Champion Io Sky at the Show of Shows, and Ripley took home some bumps and bruises as well. After the Eradicator showed off her bruised face on social media, Buddy Matthews provided some words of encouragement to let his wife know that he still found her attractive, no matter how bad a beating she had taken. Still SY as FK. Matthews wrote. Despite working for rival companies, Ripley and Matthews have continued to flaunt their relationship on Instagram. The two took the opportunity to celebrate their honeymoon in their home country of Australia following Buddy's injury, and you can check that out here. It's been weeks since Buddy Matthews last appeared on television, but if anyone thought he was quietly fading into the background, they were sorely mistaken. In fact, the former House of Black powerhouse has been using his time away to transform. A new video surfaced today showing Matthews absolutely shredded, training alongside none other than WWE's own Rhea Ripley. And fans are losing their minds. The footage, shared on Ripley's Instagram story, shows Buddy pushing through a grueling strength and conditioning workout, his muscles practically bulging through his sleeveless hoodie. Ripley, fresh off her WWE return, matched his energy rep for rep. Watching the two dominate the gym side by side was like witnessing a real-life comic book superhero team-up, pure power, grit, and undeniable chemistry. Buddy is in the best shape of his life, one fan commented after the video dropped. He looks like he's preparing for war. Recharging the warrior spirit. For Buddy Matthews, this hiatus hasn't been a setback, it's been a recharge. Sources close to the Australian wrestler claim that Buddy made a conscious choice to step away temporarily, feeling that his role in it had plateaued. The House of Black had entered a strange limbo after losing the trio's titles, and while Malachi Black and Brody King found other storylines to stay afloat, Matthews decided it was time to evolve. And what better person to evolve with than Rhea Ripley, someone who knows exactly what it takes to reinvent yourself at the highest level. Training together isn't new for the couple, but insiders suggest the intensity has skyrocketed lately. Both are said to be focused not just on physical dominance but mental conditioning as well, pushing through pain barriers, visualizing future championship victories, and setting new goals that go far beyond what they've already achieved. Buddy's social media blackout over the past month now makes perfect sense. He wasn't just resting, he was building. Rhea Ripley, the ultimate training partner. For Ripley, 2025 has been a whirlwind. After recovering from a brutal shoulder injury, she's come back fiercer than ever. Her work with Buddy isn't just about helping him stay sharp, it's symbiotic. She fuels his fire, and he matches her hunger. Watching them throw plates on the squat rack and push each other to new personal bests felt like watching two apex predators sharpen each other. In the video, there's a moment where Buddy slams a heavy deadlift, veins popping down his forearms, and Ripley immediately steps in for her turn without missing a beat. The gym isn't a vanity project for them, it's their sanctuary. They don't just motivate each other, a trainer from the facility revealed. They compete. Every lift is a challenge. Every session ends with both of them exhausted but smiling. It's pure passion. It's no wonder both athletes are operating on a different frequency than their peers. Few understand the sacrifices, the hours, and the pain it takes to stay elite across continents, brands, and media scrutiny, but together, they make it look almost effortless. Is next nightmare? Buddy's body transformation has immediately reignited speculation about his return. Could he be plotting a major solo run, separate from the House of Black? Rumors swirl that Tony Khan has big plans for Matthews once he's ready to return, possibly aligning him with a new, darker stable or even giving him a monster singles push as a dominant heel. Buddy Matthews looks like a final boss right now, one wrestling insider tweeted. When he comes back, don't be surprised if he bulldozes straight to a title. Given his ever-growing roster and the need for fresh main event players, Matthews' timing could be perfect. Especially if he brings this next-level version of himself, a version forged in fire with Ripley by his side. Personal strength amid professional uncertainty. Outside the ring, Buddy and Rhea's partnership continues to inspire fans. In an industry where relationships often falter under the spotlight, there seems only to have grown stronger. Training together, traveling together, and navigating the chaos of two major promotions with schedules that barely overlap, yet somehow, they make it work. In a recent rare interview, Ripley spoke about their bond without directly naming Buddy, saying, "When you find someone who understands the grind, really understands it, you don't have to explain yourself. You just build together." That ethos bleeds into everything they do. Whether it's dominating gym circuits, taking spontaneous travel trips to recharge mentally, or quietly supporting each other during tough career decisions, Buddy and Rhea are building an empire, even if most of it remains behind the scenes. The countdown begins. With his new physique, sharpened mind, and clear goals, the clock is ticking for Buddy Matthews' next move. Fans are hungry to see him back, but more importantly, Buddy looks hungrier than ever to show the world what they've been missing. The road ahead looks brutal, chaotic, and merciless, exactly the kind of path that Buddy Matthews is ready to conquer. And if today's gym footage is any indication, when Buddy Matthews returns, it won't just be a comeback. It'll be a domination. Get ready. The storm is coming. Would you also like a second, slightly more intense version, where Buddy hints at leaving it all together to follow Rhea to WWE? Buddy Matthews has a 4-word response to Rhea Ripley's graphic WrestleMania injury post. Former WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley's husband, Buddy Matthews, recently sent a message to the Eradicator after WrestleMania 41. Buddy is currently signed to All Elite Wrestling. At WrestleMania 41, Mommy battled Io Sky and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. However, Ripley failed to capture the Women's World Championship as Sky pinned the EST to retain her title. The match left some brutal marks on Ripley's face. On Instagram, Mommy showed off her bruised eye, and the post was met with an interesting comment from her husband, Buddy Matthews. Vince Russo slams the outcome of Rhea Ripley's WrestleMania 41 match. Ahead of the triple threat match between Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair at the Show of Shows, many believed a title change could happen, with some suggesting Ripley was the favorite to walk out of Las Vegas as champion. Speaking on the post-WrestleMania Night 2 show on Sportskeeda WrestleBinge, former WWE head writer Vince Russo claimed the genius of the Sky had the least amount of personality in the triple threat match. He further praised Ripley and Bianca for their looks and character work and slammed the outcome of the match. "I don't care how good a wrestler Io Sky is. You've got 3 women in this match, and the one with the least amount of personality comes out the victor. How does that work? You've got Rhea, who's got a great character and a great look. You've got Bianca Belair, great character, great look. The one with the least amount of personality and charisma wins the match." "Okay, great," he said. From 1613 to 1645. We will have to wait and see how things unfold in the coming weeks on WWE Raw. Rhea Ripley knew the risks the second she stepped onto the grandest stage of them all, but even she couldn't have predicted just how brutal WrestleMania 41 would be. The Eradicator was prepared for war, yet the aftermath told a story of pain few could imagine. Hours after her jaw-dropping match, Ripley took to Instagram to share a graphic photo of her injuries, deep bruises, bloodied lips, a battered expression that still radiated defiance. The caption was simple, "All worth it." #WrestleMania. Fans flooded the comments, offering prayers, admiration, and shock. Fellow WWE stars reacted too. Bianca Belair left a series of fire emojis, "Live more than," commented Warrior Queen, but it was Buddy Matthews, her real-life partner and his standout, who stole the spotlight with just 4 simple words. "Proud. Always. My champion." The comment, pinned to the top of Ripley's post, immediately caught fire. Fans screenshotted it, shared it across platforms, and celebrated the raw love and support it showed. In an industry where kayfabe often clouds real emotion, Buddy's words sliced through the noise, clear, genuine, and heartfelt. The build-up to WrestleMania 41. Ripley's WrestleMania moment had been building for months. After dominating the women's division as world champion, she entered the event with a massive target on her back. Her opponent, a returning legend fueled by vengeance, promised to bring a level of violence unseen in the modern era. Promos were intense, matches leading up to the event were savage, and by the time WrestleMania rolled around, fans were bracing for a collision that would leave both women changed forever. They weren't wrong. From the opening bell, Ripley and her challenger traded stiff blows that echoed throughout the packed stadium. Chops that turned skin purple, kicks that rattled bones, suplexes that made even jaded fans gasp. Halfway through the match, Ripley took a brutal spill off the apron, landing awkwardly against the barricade. Blood trickled from her mouth. Commentators speculated about a possible dislocated jaw. Trainers hovered ringside, but Rhea waved them off, demanding to continue. The crowd roared as Ripley pulled herself up and launched into a second-half performance that would be remembered for decades. Limping, bleeding, bruised, she fought like a demon possessed. When the final bell rang, and the referee raised Ripley's hand, the arena exploded. The victory had cost her dearly, but as she stood atop the turnbuckle, championship high above her head, Rhea Ripley looked invincible. The aftermath, a glimpse behind the curtain. The backstage area after WrestleMania is a strange mix of celebration and quiet agony. Ripley, escorted by medics, refused a wheelchair but accepted an ice pack. Cameras caught glimpses of her smiling through the pain, clutching her title to her chest like a lifeline. Later that night, in a quiet hotel room, she snapped the now infamous photo, no makeup, no filter, just reality. Split lip. Swollen eye. Fingerprint bruises across her collarbone. Her face was a canvas painted by war. She hit post without hesitation. The world reacted instantly. Buddy Matthews' response, more than just words. Buddy Matthews was preparing for his own match across the country when he saw Rhea's post. According to sources close to Matthews, he stopped mid-warm-up, stared at his phone for a long time, then simply smiled. He didn't overthink his response. Didn't craft a long paragraph or try to find the perfect quote. He simply typed what he felt. Proud. Always. My champion. Those 4 words were enough. They carried the weight of every training session Rhea had endured. Every night she came home bruised but still hungry. Every time she doubted herself and he reminded her who she was. Matthews' comment reminded fans that behind every larger-than-life WWE superstar, there's a human being, and behind that human being, if they're lucky, someone who believes in them unconditionally. Fan reactions. Social media went wild. This is what real support looks like. One user posted. Find someone who hypes you like Buddy hypes Rhea, another joked. Memes quickly flooded X, formerly Twitter, with fans overlaying Matthews' comment over iconic wrestling moments, relationship goals threads, and even wedding proposals. By sunrise, Proud Always My Champion was trending. Several wrestling personalities chimed in too. Zelina Vega retweeted the comment with a simple heart emoji. Bayley wrote, "We love a supportive king." Even WWE's official account liked several posts referencing Matthews' reaction. Rhea's response to Buddy. Hours after the whirlwind reaction, Ripley posted a story on Instagram, a black and white photo of her hand intertwined with Buddy's, her championship belt in the background. No words. No hashtags. Just an image of quiet gratitude. If you knew, you knew. Later, when asked during a WWE exclusive interview how she felt about Buddy's message, Ripley laughed, then wiped at her still bruised eye. "Buddy's always been my anchor," she said. "When you're trying to conquer the world, you need someone who reminds you that you're already enough. He's that for me. Always has been." The bigger picture, WrestleMania legends are made this way. In wrestling, injuries are inevitable. Pain is part of the price paid for greatness. Rhea Ripley's willingness to lay herself bare, to show not just the triumphant moments but also the bloody, broken aftermath, solidified her legacy in a way few others could. Buddy Matthews' quiet, unwavering support only amplified that truth. WrestleMania 41 will be remembered for a lot of things: shocking title changes, jaw-dropping entrances, and monumental moments. But for many fans, the real heart of the weekend wasn't found in pyrotechnics or surprise debuts. It was found in 4 simple words. Words that reminded everyone why they fell in love with wrestling in the first place. Proud. Always. My champion. Would you also like me to create a social media reaction section like a mini bonus add-on, showing what a few fans and wrestlers might have said in comments? It could make it feel even more real. WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be Rhea Ripley's crowning moment, an exclamation point on her historic reign as WWE Women's World Champion. For over a year, the Eradicator had dominated the division, defeating legends, newcomers, and every challenger thrown her way. But on the biggest night of the year in Las Vegas, it wasn't meant to be. Ripley fell in a brutal, emotional match that left the Allegiant Stadium crowd stunned into near silence. In the hours after her shocking defeat, as the world buzzed with reactions, one voice cut through the noise with quiet, heartfelt sincerity. Buddy Matthews, Ripley's real-life fiancé and his star, took to social media to send her a message that fans everywhere are still talking about. Proud doesn't even begin to cover it. You're still my champion. Always have been, always will be. You've already won the only match that matters. I love you. Buddy Matthews via Instagram story. The message was simple, but it carried the weight of years of shared dreams, struggles, and triumphs. As Rhea Ripley sat backstage, nursing fresh bruises and an even fresher heartbreak, she saw Buddy's words, and smiled through the sting of defeat. A night of highs and lows. Rhea Ripley entered WrestleMania 41 with all the momentum in the world. Her reign had become legendary, one of the longest in modern WWE history. The Judgment Day stable she helped build was thriving. Her fans, the Mommy Army, packed the stadium in black and purple, chanting her name with every step she took to the ring. But destiny had other plans. Her opponent, an underdog with everything to prove, fought like a woman possessed. The match was a war, tables shattered, bodies flew, and both women dug deeper than ever before. After 27 grueling minutes, Ripley fell, her shoulders pinned to the mat in a clean 3 count that no amount of protest could undo. As the referee's hand hit the mat for the 3rd time, a shockwave rippled through the WWE universe. Some cried. Some screamed. And backstage, Rhea Ripley closed her eyes and let the moment wash over her, knowing her time at the top, for now, had come to an end. But not everything was lost. A love stronger than any title. Buddy Matthews wasn't in Las Vegas that night, he was across the country, fulfilling his commitments. But distance couldn't diminish the connection he and Rhea share. They've been each other's anchors through chaotic schedules, injuries, and the pressure of living life in the public eye. When Buddy hit send on that message, he wasn't just offering a hollow platitude. He was reminding Rhea, and the world, that her worth wasn't tied to a championship belt. She wasn't defined by a 3-second count. In his eyes, she was, and would always be, the strongest, fiercest, most incredible woman alive. Sources backstage noted that Ripley, upon seeing Buddy's message, visibly brightened. Several Judgment Day members, including Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio, reportedly huddled around her, offering their own words of comfort. But it was Buddy's message that hit deepest. She's got the heart of a lion, Priest later told WWE Digital. That loss doesn't define her. The fact that she went out there and fought like hell? That's what defines her. And knowing Buddy's there for her. It just reminds all of us what real support looks like. Fans rally behind Rhea. The WWE Universe was quick to follow Buddy's lead. Within minutes of his post, #StillOurMommy began trending worldwide on X, formerly Twitter. Fans shared clips of Ripley's greatest moments, her Royal Rumble victories, her first WrestleMania win against Asuka, her dominance over Nia Jax and Becky Lynch, and her countless promos that made her an icon of strength and authenticity. Thousands of messages poured in. Championships are props. Legends are forever. Rhea Ripley is a legend. Buddy Matthews said it best, she already won. She won our hearts years ago. This isn't the end of Rhea's story. It's just the beginning of a new chapter. Ripley herself later acknowledged the outpouring of support with a brief but powerful message of her own. You win some, you lose some. But you never, ever lose yourself. I'll be back. Stronger. Meaner. Hungrier. Thank you to everyone who rode with me. Mommy's not done. A glimpse into the future. If history has taught us anything, it's that Rhea Ripley doesn't stay down for long. Insiders already speculate that WWE has major plans for her moving forward. Some say a redemption arc could be in the works, with Ripley pursuing an even bigger goal, perhaps a cross-brand domination run, or even an eventual historic run with the Universal Championship. Whatever the future holds, one thing is clear, Ripley has an unbreakable foundation. Her talent. Her will. Her fans. And above all else, the quiet, unwavering support of a man who knows her better than anyone else. Buddy Matthews' message wasn't just about one night or one match. It was about every long road trip, every hard loss, every triumphant comeback. It was about building a life together beyond the flashing lights and roaring crowds. It was about love. Pure, simple, powerful love. And as Rhea Ripley looks toward tomorrow, bruised but unbroken, she knows she won't walk that road alone. Would you also like a short version or a news headline version too? I can write a couple if you want.